Yes, my people, welcome back to another video and welcome back today to the Liverpool Ladies Save, where today we have got the Champions League quarter final. This is a big game. Winning this will put us into the semi-final, of course. And if I show you in a minute the Champions League draw, we have the favourable side, meaning we could have a Champions League final on the cards this season if things go to plan. Now, of course, with football, that is not necessarily how it works. In the semi, we will be facing the winner of Wolfsburg, Lyon. Wolfsburg, a team that we beat 5-1 in an off-camera game in the league phase. And Lyon, they're not the best team. They're not as good as Barcelona. They're not as good as Chelsea. So it is the favourable side of the draw. Of course, Real Madrid as well are not the Real Madrid team that the men's team are. Yes, they have Linda Caicedo, but Linda Caicedo is injured. She will not be featuring at all. They have some good players though still. They do have some good players. Fella is good. She is also injured though. Athena is good. Navarro is decent. The Brits is decent as well, but their right back's injured. Caspers is injured as well. So we can definitely beat Real Madrid. We can definitely beat Real Madrid and get ourselves into the semi-final. Of course, games have been played since you were last here. We played 2 games off camera. We beat Spurs 1-0 away. Holly McNamara with the only goal in that game. And then in a massive game at the top of the table, we beat Manchester City at home 3-2. We went 2-1 down in this, but then an own goal from Paredes and then another goal from Holly McNamara to make it 2-2 in the off-camera games was enough to get us the win. And we now currently sit top of the table. Arsenal and Chelsea will leapfrog us both though, so we sit third. Let's say a net third position, 2 points ahead of Man City with 5 games to go. The games we need to play in the WSL: Brighton at home, Spurs at home, the worst team in the league, Newcastle, who are, I believe, we've got the 2 worst teams in the league, Spurs, who are 11th, and it's just going to be this Man United away game, which is going to be a big game. And I think I'm going to do that in the next episode. We'll do a little single live com where we'll play against Man United. But let's get into this game then. And our lineup is as follows. We're going to go with Tullis Joyce in goal. A back 4 of Ramirez, Lisa Dawn, Sams and Izzy Rodriguez. With a midfield 3 of Sam Stab, Chantal Hagel and Kika Nazareth. Holly McNamara, struggling a little bit for fitness maybe, but I can't not play her. She's having an unbelievable season this year. She starts on the right with Shelby McMahon on the left, and Sophie Roman Haug leads the line for Liverpool here today. So let's get in to this Champions League quarter-final first leg and see how Real Madrid will be lining up for it. Okay then, here is the Real Madrid lineup that they have gone for today. They've gone with a 4-2-3-1 formation. They've gone with Froms in goal. A back 4 of Oliviero, Lenzini, Anderson and Blackstad. I had a regen called Blackstad once. He was the best left back of all time. They then have gone with a midfield 2 of Toletti and Sarah de Brits. Navarro starts on the right with Athena on the left and Sanchez in the 10 with Redondo leading the line for Real Madrid here today. As okay then, just confirmation of the Real Madrid lineup that I did just list out, and there is your Liverpool lineup here today as well, as we look to get ourselves into back-to-back Champions League semi-finals as Redondo gets us underway for this game as they kick it out for a throw immediately. as Anderson. Finding Lenzini. Oliviero now. Goes to Navarro. Navarro driving down the right-hand side here for Real Madrid. And finds Sanchez. And Sanchez put Real Madrid 1-0 up. Ashley Sanchez with the opener here in Madrid. It's really good play from Navarro down this right-hand side as she absolutely breezes past Izzy Rodriguez. It's a fantastic run, it's a fantastic pass, and then a fantastic finish from Ashley Sanchez to put Real Madrid 1-0 up. But Sophie Roman Haug then gets Liverpool underway for the restart immediately. Emma Ramirez into Holly McNamara. Nazareth. Hagel finding Nazareth, who gives the ball away. But Emily Sams is there to sweep up. She finds Izzy Rodriguez, who finds Shelby McMahon. Izzy Rodriguez back to Hagel. Shelby McMahon now. Hagel finding Izzy Rodriguez, who plays the ball through to Roman Haug. The flag does go up though. Roman Haug just made her run a little bit too early, as we are playing at the Bernabeu. Ramirez throws back to Lisa Dawn. Ramirez doesn't find anyone, but Nazareth then picks the ball up. Roman Haug into Shelby McMahon, and that's a fantastic save from Froms to stop Liverpool from equalising. Of course, like I always say in my Champions League knockout videos, we are away in the first leg. So the result, Sam Stab back to Chantel Hagel. Was Sam Stab offside though? VAR are going to check. Come on. Yes, the goal has been awarded. Liverpool have found an equaliser. Sam Stab heads back to Chantel Hagel brilliantly, and it's a lovely finish from Chantel Hagel, who is on fine goal scoring form this season. But like I said, the away leg is almost a bit... The away leg, I always treat it a little bit like a damage limitation. If you lose, as long as you only lose by 1, if you draw, it's not necessarily a bad result. Just don't get battered. Because when you then play at home, that then gives you the advantage. That's then where you're more likely to win 2-3-0, for example. As Roman Haug with a header, and Sophie Roman Haug puts Liverpool in front for the first time here in the Champions League quarter-final. Real Madrid 1, Liverpool 2. It's an absolutely fantastic ball in by Ramirez. It's actually overhit a little bit, but the header from Roman Haug is absolutely fantastic as she heads home to make it Liverpool 2, Real Madrid 1. And as much as damage limitation is how I treat first legs if we are away, winning the first leg away is even better. Obviously. Ramirez throwing to Nazareth and then finds Holly McNamara, who goes back to Ramirez, back to Holly McNamara. Emma Ramirez cutting in and going for goal, and it's a fantastic finish from Emma Ramirez. A goal and an assist so far for her today. It's an absolutely lovely finish. Really good play from the 3 there. As Emma Ramirez cuts inside and with a lovely trivela into the top corner to double Liverpool's lead just before half-time. As we go into the break here at the Bernabeu, Real Madrid 1, Liverpool 3, who have turned the early goal around brilliantly as Roman Haug gets us underway and finds Izzy Rodriguez, who does give the ball away unfortunately. Navarro going back to Toletti, who then finds Lenzini into Anderson. Athenia now goes to Blackstad. De Brits back to Blackstad. Sanchez to Athenia. Finding Ashley Sanchez again. It's cleared by Emily Sams. to Nazareth. Holly McNamara now. Dispossessed by Athenia once again. Anderson finding Lenzini, who then goes in to Oliviero. Into Navarro. Ashley Sanchez. Real Madrid keeping the ball really nicely here. Athenia is now in. And it's a good finish from the Spanish winger. And she gets the ball, which means the goal is allowed. A little top tip for those that play Football Manager, as Real Madrid have a goal back here. It's a lovely ball. It's a lovely finish from Athenia. As Nazareth then. Liverpool getting us underway from the restart immediately. Holly McNamara finding Roman Haug, who is dispossessed by Toletti. Izzy Rodriguez heading to Shelby McMahon, and that's a great first touch from Shelby. Shelby McMahon cutting in and going for goal, and it's just wide from the Australian. I'm telling you, Champions League, the Women's Champions League is always unbelievable. I don't think I've ever played a Champions League live com where there's been less than like 4 goals in the game. There's always so many. Lisa Dawn finding Chantel Hagel. Emily Sams now. Going back to Dawn. Into Sam Stab. Hagel. Finding Holly McNamara and Roman Haug. And it's a good save from Froms to stop Roman Haug. Scoring a screamer there. Toletti going back to Lenzini. And Anderson now. Going back to Blackstad. Athenia. Back to Blackstad. Athenia. Cutting in and going for goal. But it's not going to trouble Tullis Joyce from there. As Real Madrid actually to score 2 goals from the... it was 4 shots when I started talking. They've been very clinical here today. As they now have a corner with the Brits. She does go short to Sanchez and then gets it back from Sanchez. Redondo. Athenia! And Tullis Joyce is forced to make the save, and it is another Real Madrid corner. Seems like they're going to do the same thing again. As they do. Sanchez to the Brits, who finds Redondo. The Brits finding Navarro at the back post. And Tullis Joyce is forced to make the save once again. And it is another Real Madrid corner. Ashley Sanchez to take. And it's headed. And it's off the bar. And Holly McNamara can now break for Liverpool. Does well in there, does Holly. We're going to make some changes. I'm going to bring Alejandra Bernabe on. We're going to bring Borges on for Holly McNamara. We're going to bring Cornelia Capox on for Shelby McMahon as well. And then we'll leave it for now, as we are into the final 15 minutes of normal time here in the first leg of this Champions League quarter final. Redondo looking for Navarro, and it somehow does make it to Navarro, who goes back to Oliviero. Toletti to the Brits. Into Athenia. The flag has gone up. Liverpool defenders are going absolutely mental. VAR will check. And the goal has been disallowed. Athenia just made her run that little bit too early. Thankfully. Athenia, a very good player. As we're into the final 5 or so minutes of normal time here now. Blackstad finding Athenia. Sanchez to the Brits. Hagel does well to intercept though. Roman Haugenar finding Cornelia Capox. Borges is in. Can Borges finish? She goes too wide. Goes back to Emma Ramirez. And it's wayward from Ramirez. She cannot replicate her goal from the first half. Oh, if Borges' first touch was better there, we could have maybe got a fourth. As we're in the final couple of minutes of injury time now. Nazareth finding Emma Ramirez. She's surrounded by Real Madrid players here, but finds Nazareth, who goes back to Sam Stab. Hagel. The switch to Bernabé is on, who finds Roman Haug into Cornelia Capox, and it's a good save from Froms. Froms has done well to keep this at only 3, as that is the end of the first leg, and that is a fantastic result. To win 3-2 away in the Champions League quarter-final is always going to be a brilliant result, and attention does now turn to the league momentarily, where we play against Brighton in between. So I'll be back with our lineup for the second leg and the Brighton result. I will see you all there. Okay then. I know I said I was going to be back with the result of the Brighton game, but I am leaving that until next episode because we are only doing a single live comp in the next episode, so we need more content to bulk the video out so it's not a 5-minute video. So I thought we'll just go straight to the lineup screen. So, the Liverpool lineup to try and hold on to this lead is as follows. We've gone with Tullis Joyce in goal. A back four of Emma Ramirez, Lisa Dawn, Emily Sams and Izzy Rodriguez. A midfield three of Sam Stab, Chantal Hagel and Kika Nazareth, with McNamara and Shelby McMahon on the wings, and Roman Haug leads the line for Liverpool today. Real Madrid, however, have gone with Froms in goal. The same back four as last time out, with Oliviero, Lenzini, Anderson and Blackstad. A midfield two of Severini and De Brits. Naomi Feller is back fit for Real Madrid today, as they go with Feller and Athena on the wings, with Ashley Sanchez in the 10, and Redondo leads the line for Real Madrid here today. Of course, we did win the first leg in Madrid 3-2, which means that we do have the advantage here going into this home game, where hopefully we can see Real Madrid off and get ourselves into the Champions League semi-final for 2 years in a row. As Sophie Roman Haug gets us underway then for this quarter-final second leg. As Kika Nazareth finding Holly McNamara, who finds Emma Ramirez. Holly McNamara dispossessed by De Brits, but Lisa Dawn is there to keep the ball alive for Liverpool. Chantal Hagel finding Shelby McMahon, who goes back to Emily Sams. A goal here would be the perfect start, as Izzy Rodriguez finding Hagel. Izzy Rodriguez goes back to Emily Sams. Kika Nazareth now finding Izzy Rodriguez. Can Izzy Rodriguez put it across? It's cleared by Anderson, but Dawn keeps it alive. And now Chantal Hagel, and it's just wide from the German. That would have been the ultimate start to the game here, as Barcelona either find themselves 1-0 up or have won 1-0. I think it was 1-1 in the first leg. So if that is the final score, Barcelona are through and are our first Champions League semi-finalists. Of course, they are on the other side though, so if we do get through, we would only meet them in the final. As Holly McNamara intercepts, but it does find a Real Madrid player again. Anderson finding Lenzini. Anderson again. Going to Blackstad. Athenia. A 1-2 with De Brits, and then a lovely ball through to Redondo, and it's a fantastic save from Tullis Joyce to deny Real Madrid and stop them from breaking the deadlock here. As Liverpool yet to register a shot on target, which isn't like us. We do now register that shot on target. There's not a lot happening here in the first half, but we don't mind that too much, as we do still have that 1-goal advantage on aggregate. Emily Sams goes back to Tullis Joyce. who then finds Lisa Dawn. Emma Ramirez now. Finding Holly McNamara. Kika Nazareth can drive into the middle of midfield here, but gives the ball away. And Athenia now can counter-attack and break for Real Madrid. And it's just wide from Ashley Sanchez. Real Madrid knocking on the door and going close to breaking the deadlock and pulling level in this game. As we go into the half-time break in this quarter-final second leg. Liverpool 0, Real Madrid 0. It is Liverpool 3, Real Madrid 2 on aggregate. As Redondo gets us underway then for this second half. I always get second leg and semi-final mixed up. I always say, the semi-final when we're in the quarter-final second leg. Anderson. Finding Lenzini. Ashley Sanchez now. Dispossessed by Sam Stab brilliantly. And Holly McNamara can break now for Liverpool. Holly McNamara can go all the way. And it's just over from Holly McNamara. A fantastic run from the Australian though. Just couldn't find the back of the net. As we've not had a lot of the ball here at all. Real Madrid really dominating possession. If we had got that early goal, I'd be so much more confident and relaxed because we'd have a 2-goal advantage. So that even if Real Madrid scored, it's it doesn't matter too much. As we're into the final 20 minutes now of normal time. Zagari is going to come on for Shelby McMahon. We're going to bring Borges on for Holly McNamara. Bernabé and Grace Fisk both going to come on as well. Try and get legs in the fullbacks to stop. And then we're going to bring Kathleen on as well. Just to stop Athenia and Navarro from potentially running them ragged. And my thinking is if they're fitter and have more fitness and energy, then it shouldn't be as easy to go down the line against them. Hagel. Driving into midfield, doing brilliantly. Finding Shelby McMahon. And Chantel Hagel when it smashes off the post. Chantel Hagel made that move. She deserved a goal at the end of it. Ramirez going into Sam Stab. It's a fucking hospital pass though from Sam Stab. And Real Madrid can now break with Athenia down this left-hand side. The Brits. Finding Redondo. But Emma Ramirez does well to intercept there. Izzy Rodriguez now. Finding Shelby McMahon who goes back to Rodriguez. Who goes back to Shelby McMahon. Liverpool keeping the ball nicely here. Which is what we want to see. There's no reason to force it. Just keep hold of the ball and wait for an opening. Sams. Finding Lisa Dawn. Who then finds Ramirez. We've got a little... he forced that. The pass wasn't on at all there. Roman Haug now though. Going for goal. And it's wayward from Sophie Roman Haug unfortunately. As Froms now gets us underway with the goal kick for Real Madrid. Minamini going to Blackstad. Athenia. Grace Fisk does well and intercepts. Roman Haug to Nazareth. Kika Nazareth driving into the Real Madrid penalty area. Crosses. And Sam Stab gets the goal. She scores her first Champions League goal for Liverpool this season. Because I remember she scored that unbelievable... No, Sam Stab, yeah. Emily Sam scored the unbelievable goal against Bayern Munich. Sam Stab gets her first goal for the club. I didn't even see what happened, really. The deflection takes it away from Froms. And Liverpool have the opener. Took 75 minutes in this one for the deadlock to be broken. But it has, and we now have a 2-goal advantage on aggregate, which does fill me with a lot more confidence and relaxation. As Bernabé now. finding Zagari, who finds Sophie Roman Haug, and it's game done. Liverpool 2, Real Madrid 0, and that makes it Liverpool 5, Real Madrid 2 on aggregate. As Bernabé finds Zagari, and having Zagari as a super sub is unbelievable. She pulls it across, and it's a lovely finish from Sophie Roman Haug to seal our place in the semi-final. Unless Real Madrid score 3 now in the next 10 minutes, which, I mean, it is doable, especially with this game. Teams often score quite a few in quick succession. Hegel to Zagari, who finds Borges. Sophie Roman Haug now finding Grace Fisk, who drives into the Real Madrid penalty area and pulls it across. I told you score in batches. Borges gets her first goal in the Champions League for Liverpool, and she makes it Liverpool 3, Real Madrid 0. It is now 6-2 on aggregate. It's fantastic play from Grace Fisk and a lovely finish from Borges into the bottom corner. 3 goals in the space of 8 minutes. Has absolutely blown Real Madrid away here today. Athenia definitely doesn't deserve to be on the losing side, but unfortunately for her, she bloody well is. As there it is. Liverpool 3, Real Madrid 0. And we go through to the Champions League semi-final. And that will be out in 2 days' time. Tomorrow's video will be the game against Man United, which is a massive game in the WSL. We're going to put a parking brake on the Champions League, and we're going to focus purely on the WSL next episode. We'll do some highlights. We'll go over how we're doing, where I think we'll come, things like that, and we'll play Man United in a single live com. So if you don't want to miss that video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my brand new second channel. Link is in the description down below. And don't forget, while you're there, check out my other socials. Links are in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for more Football Manager content. I'll see you there, and peace.